William Kim, CEO of AllSaints. Welcome to Dubai and World Retail Congress 2016. You're on the stage this afternoon, you've heard today's content. What have been your key takeaways from today's event so far?
I think the amazing thing is, regardless of where we're coming from, we have 1,100 participants from over 58 different countries, representing every different sector you can imagine. There is a common thread.
Right.
There's a common thread, common appreciation that the world is dynamic, it's changing, it's evolving, but opportunities present themselves. Everybody has a slightly different perspective as to what digital is, what's the meaning of retail in the future, but I think there's a lot of curiosity as to what the next wave of transformation we should all be assessing as brands and companies.
Right. And you talked earlier about your business went on a capital intensive investment in digital. Now that clearly might not be right for all businesses, but do you see that business case to say we have to invest in digital is essential to win?
We absolutely felt, and as a matter of fact, an injection or an investment doesn't mean that it's not earnings or capital accretive,
right,
or that there is not a return.
Right.
So to give you an example, to invest in a DC in America versus an outsourced model, we actually, the cost efficiencies quickly paid back the investment within a year.
Right.
If you look at the benefits 2 years down for customer and brand, it's enormous.
Yeah.
So the payback in terms of some of this investments that I referred to is, for me, exponential. Investments don't mean multi-million-dollar projects.
Right.
It could mean piloting lots of small steps.
Right.
And then the biggest change that is really required is the human mindset. And that really doesn't require capital and investment.
So that's about skill set within the business, is
Correct.
it? From presumably the top right through to the store staff.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And how are you finding that is that about retaining the staff you've got, recruiting new talent to the business?
It's a combination of both. We're very blessed at AllSaints because 15% of our head office staff started their first day of work at an AllSaints store.
Right.
So to provide career is very, very important.
Right.
But I think what it is when the word digital comes out, I don't care which department you're in, there's an intrinsic fear, an unknown, an uncertainty. So what we've done is really taken the word digital transformation change and sort of humanized it,
right,
making people comfortable. We found that regardless of age, the average age within AllSaints minus leadership is about 27.
Right.
We thought the younger you are, the more dynamic you're going to be as you approach and embrace change. That wasn't the case.
Right. Really?
As a matter of fact, you need to guide them more. So a lot of learnings.
What would be your top learning and advice for other retailers then in terms of that particular challenge? What was the one thing you did that really worked for you?
I think select projects.
Right.
Don't go for the big home run with your first project.
Right.
I think pick some projects.
Test, keep
Absolutely.
adapting, go back. Right.
Build some momentum, build some confidence.
Right.
I think the innovative ideas is present in London and throughout Britain.
Yeah.
I think the mindset is there in terms of global mindsets. But when it comes to mixing those two notions along with digital, we need some confidence.
Right, right, okay. And I think you talked about sort of 20% being sales, online sales within the business. Do you have a vision for what that will get to, or and can you share that? I mean, what's the optimum mix, do you think?
Yes. Well, for us as a brand, we're building a diversified business model. So globally, currently, 50% of our business is women's, 50 men's.
Right.
Within those ready-to-wear categories, 2/3 of our business in women's and men's comes from 4 different categories, so pretty well diverse. The other fact of it is we're 50% international.
Right.
We're truly excited that we're not only taking brand concept from East London abroad, the beautiful collections abroad, but we're taking now the notions that British retailing, there is innovation behind it. And we're exporting those ideas. So we carry the Union Jack proudly across those fronts. We're looking to expand from our current base to doubling the number of countries that we'll be operating in the next 24 months. Truly excited about the opportunity.
And you talked in your presentation about how you selected your partners, who you're going to work with.
Yes.
Again, what sort of advice would you give to retailers who are embarking on maybe international expansion, not quite sure what size, what are the key learnings that you took?
I've seen, so in vendor evaluation, I've seen partners being evaluated against a criteria, an application form, a checklist.
Right.
I think it really comes down to humanity. Once again, are
Cultural
you
fit.
absolutely?
Right,
Are
okay.
you like-minded?
Right.
Do you have a curiosity to solve the unknown for the future? Do you share a joint vision for what's coming down the pipeline?
Right.
And can you be honest with them?
Right.
I think that's something that's not said enough. We're critically honest with our partners, and so are they with us.
Right, okay. And okay, looking ahead to the next 12 months, what are the biggest challenges facing retail generally and the audience here at this event, do you think?
I think the biggest challenge is we tend not to worry about the macro.
Right.
I can't control the macro.
Right.
We tend to keep our energies harnessed on retail execution, brand curation. There's plenty to do within our model that we can perfect it further. So as we look around the horizon for 2017, 18, and 19, really the stepping stone is 2016. We have to execute this year well. So keeping our teams focused is probably the number one hurdle to where we'd like to be in 17 and 18.
Great. And World Retail Congress, what attracts you to this event? What are you most looking forward to over the next few days? Any particular speakers or themes or sessions?
Well, there's a lot of conferences around the world, and we tend not to participate in a lot.
Right.
The uniqueness of the World Retail Congress is the fact that the breadth and the width and the dynamic speakers that not only come and attend and present, but it's also the participants. We love the fact that the conference was based in one of the hottest growth regions in the world.
Yeah.
The fact that it was in Dubai. So we're thrilled to be here. Over the upcoming days, we get to hear over the upcoming days, we're thrilled to participate in the discussions with Google in terms of what they view as their new products coming down the pipeline and innovation, to a whole different manner in terms of the Fung family and how they see the world too. So lots of presentations upcoming. Today's only half a day, tomorrow's a full day, so we're really looking forward to that.
Right.
And most importantly, engaging with the participants as well.
Of course, great. Well, William Kim, thank you very much for your time. Great
Thank
to meet you. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.